Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, it's about horror films. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to the channel. My name's Alexis.
And I'm Jen.
And we're That's Flipping Retro.
We buy stuff, we sell stuff, and we eat turkey flavoured pot noodles because it's Christmas.
I think you used to be able to get a Christmas dinner flavoured pot noodle, which I did try, and it was all right. Anyway. So yeah, basically we're going to show you what we sold over the weekend. So you've got some clothing, and I've got some books and DVDs and stuff. So we'll just go through them and show you. So how are we going to do this? You do one and then I do one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Not a bad weekend, was it?
No, it was good actually. And it seemed as though I think we were both getting at least a few every day each as well, which was nice. Yeah.
On all platforms. Well, I didn't get anything on Etsy.
I had an Etsy.
You had an Etsy.
Shall I show you the Etsy?
Yeah,
if I can remember what the Etsy was. So this book here, this is called My Story by Marilyn Monroe. Now, I had a copy of this. I think it was a few years ago, and it wasn't really worth that much then, but now the prices of this seem to have gone up a bit. So this went for $15 on Etsy. I also have a copy for myself as well, which I've got in my own collection because I collect books as well as buy them for work. So £15, and this is actually going to
Australia,
a place called New Norfolk. Now we're in Norfolk in the UK, but this is the new one, right? So this is where they're sending all the people who, basically, because Norfolk, I don't know, is too full maybe, so they're sending loads of people to New Norfolk. I don't know. Anyway,
we digress.
That's going to Australia via Etsy.
And where did you get that from? So
I believe I got this as a bundle on Vinted with some other stuff, because what I tend to do is if I get anything off Vinted, and this is pretty much, I think, across the board with a lot of stuff, it's been pointed out I move around a lot, so I'm going to try and keep still, but I'm not going to promise anything. So so what I do on Vinted is I find something that either I have been looking for my own collection, or that is something that I know is worthwhile getting because it sells for a bit or whatever. So what I will do is I will go in and I will look in people's wardrobes and bundle stuff. And,
that sounds really dodgy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll go around their house, look in their wardrobe and bundle stuff. No, I'll bundle stuff together from what they're selling. And generally a lot of people, they will have a % off, which is lovely. You can bundle together and then get a % off the final total, that kind of thing. So this would have been part of something like that, which is nice. And people often, they're just pleased to get rid of stuff, really. I'm selling through personal stuff at the moment, and I know that some of it, because you've been horrified by some of the prices I've been getting for stuff, but some of it has ended up, sort of selling maybe £1-2 here and there, right? Which is fine because it's just making space is what I'm trying to achieve. And so a lot of people do that on Vinted, Obviously on eBay as well now, you sell on a personal account, you get all the money for what you're selling. So I can sell some of my stuff for a slightly reduced price, maybe, and still get what I would have got if I'd have sold it for the full whack that other people are asking, but without the fees, So it's just like, I don't know.
So you got it from Vinted, basically?
Yeah. That's the concise version. Next.
Okay. Nothing extravagant. This is just a little Marks and Spencer's ladies cardigan. What size it is, doesn't matter anyway, does it? It's nice and soft. That went for $11.99 with free postage, and that's been on there for quite a while, so I accepted an offer. Yeah, bread and butter.
Feels like cardigan to me, but So we'll start from the bottom of the list on eBay, which is the thing that sold, the longest time ago in the past. So this is something that is you could rob a bank with this, because look at the size of that book. Now, the reason that this is a house brick is because it's a David Icke. And he has a tendency to write very long books that are sort of 900 pages, I think, in this one. This one's called The Trigger, and it's the lie that changed the world, who really did it and why. Now, you can probably see from the front cover what this is actually talking about. It is the, the 9/11 Twin Towers sort of 25-year ago scenario that happened.
25 years ago?
25 years ago now, yeah. Well, it's 25 years next year, actually. So not quite. So September 11 next year, it'll be 25 years. Now, obviously, I remember when this happened because I was in my late teens at the time. And it's something where recently I have been reading quite a lot on the subject. It's just interesting. At the time, I did pay attention to it. I watched a lot of the documentaries, but I've kind of got into reading a lot of the accounts of it. This, however, isn't an account of it. This is David Icke. So, yeah, if you like your conspiracies, that is the sort of thing you would read. And this went for £12 on offer and then with postage. So, probably about, I don't know, a large parcel for that.
Where did you get that from and how much did you buy it for?
Okay, so I can't remember that, but I know that I wouldn't have paid any more than about probably, I don't know, £8 for that little fella. I don't think. However, I actually can't remember where I got it from. So, there you go.
Well, next I have, it's Brooke Taverner, and these are a ladies' wool blend trouser. We've had these quite a while. I bought them actually from our favourite charity shop when they had they have a filler bag sale, so I usually get a massive bag and fill it for £8. But I got these the last time they had it, so last year. These went for a £5 on Vinted, so £5, no fees. Job's a good one.
Last year you got them?
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway, time flies, doesn't it? So let's go to the next little fella. And this is part, I have to say, that last book, because I know probably you might be sat there going, she paid £8 for that and she sold it for 12. Yes, she did. And that is because it is part of my own collection, and it was just like, I want to read about the actual event, you know what I mean? And not this sort of stuff to do with it. So that's gone. Anyway, this is another part of my collection that I've had a clear out stuff, and I sold this DVD, House of Rock. Now, I don't know if you can remember this. It was Channel 4 animated comedy thingy bob about famous musicians, specifically I think it's lead singers, although they're Sid Vicious right there, in the afterlife. So they all live together, they like flat share in the afterlife. And this little beauty sold full price for £25. Now, I wouldn't have paid that for it. Don't ask me how much I paid, though. I've had this for a very long time. I believe it came out in 2007, so I would have had it since then. But it wouldn't have cost any more than, I suppose, about, I don't know, £5-10 at the time.
That's a bit of a bolo then, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, well, it is really. Yeah, so if you see any of these, wherever you might be, charity shops, Vinted, anywhere that you might be looking, and you see one of these and it's in decent condition, snap it up. Especially at a very reasonable price.
Yes.
You've got a good profit on that one.
I've recently been selling a lot of ties, and the ones that I've got are all vintage. This one I got from a recent filler bag sale for £8. This wasn't £8, the whole bag was £8, which I've already made back. This is from Littlewoods. Do you remember Littlewoods?
It's very college lecturer, isn't it? That
it is. I quite like it. It's cottage core, Alexis.
Oh, cottage
core.
College lecturer core.
Yes, but this went for £5 on Vinted, which, considering that the whole bag was £8, I think that's quite good.
Yes, it was indeed. See, what she does, though, these filler bag sales, as they say, I think it's £1 a bag, but because it's charity, normally she'll give them a little bit more. But you know, there's always decent cash in that bag, isn't there? For you, but you know, she will give them more because it's charity. Anyway, so next one was eBay again. This was one I got as part of a bundle with some horror books.
And this is where me and Alexis are going to get married.
Yeah, there we go. The Chapel of Gore and Psychosis. In fact, it's where our brains spend most of their time. So, oh yeah, I'm not going to actually show you any of the content.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know, it's about horror films.
Oh, so it's not real? I thought it was real.
No, don't be silly. I have, however, got some Ed Gein stuff that is very real and shows similar content. Yes, but anyway, so this little fella actually went for £13. I think that was on offer. I think they offered me that and it was about 15 on there. So then with postage added. So obviously a large letter. And this was part of a bundle with some other horror books, and all of them was sort of worth, £15 and up. So I believe I probably paid a few quid for that. But yeah, so that is another one to look out for, really. It might look random, but it's worth having keeping an eye out for.
Another vintage tie. This one is St Michael, so Marks and Spencers. This is 90s or 80s. I can't remember what it was. Paisley tie. Paisley. This went on eBay for £11.99 with free post. So I'd probably get about £5 or £6 after everything on that, because I always send everything tracked. But considering I paid very little for these ties, I'm very happy to get a fiver each for them.
Mm. So anyway, next on the eBay, this was one of mine actually. So this is a new and sealed,
absolute fantastic program.
New in the seal, Ren and Stimpy, and this is actually seasons 3.5-ish. So this is region 1, region 1. So this is an American DVD. So where does this person live? Shall we say if they live here or abroad? So they live over here, but
they might have a region 3 DVD player.
They might, yeah.
Or it might just be like you and have it as a collection.
Yeah, because there is that as well, isn't there? So I have got another one of these box sets that's still sealed on the store at the moment. I believe I've got one that isn't. I think
isn't sealed or isn't on the store?
No, it isn't on the store and isn't sealed either. So that's waiting to go on, which was the only one I opened and watched, I think, which would be like the first series. So this went for, which I've got off the screen.
Is that Burnt Toast Man on the back?
It is, but Powdered Toast.
Powdered Toast, sorry.
Powdered Toast Man.
You can get a Funko Pop of him.
And this went for 15 quid. So again, that went on offer. I think I had this on for about, I don't know, $19.99, and they offered 15. So it's like, well, it sat round. I think I got all of the 3 box sets that I have. I got them all as one lot when I bought them. So wouldn't have cost me 15 quid each anyway. But yeah, so anyway, that's going today.
Yes, this is another Marks and Spencers. Sell quite a lot of Marks and Spencers on our shop. As long as you price it cheap enough, people just love it. This is a jumper, obviously, extra large, nice big size. I would have paid no more than £1 for this, and that went for.
Is it nice and soft? Sorry.
Not really.
No, it's just ordinary of jumper material.
Yeah, and that went for, I think it was £11.99 with free post. So again, £5 or £6 after fees and that.
Right, so the last but not least little doodah. Now this was given to us via one of our subscribers.
The wonderful Joan.
Yes, and you may have seen one of our old videos that basically was about a lot of stuff that we got off of Joan, because Joan was thinking of retiring, I believe. So she sent us a load of stuff. Now this was amongst it, and she said this belonged to her dad. Now, this is the Air Raid Warden sign from World War II. I've put on here, it's metal sign, vintage and original, and it's the sort of thing that people, I don't know, a man might have in his man cave or shed or something like that. It does have, because it's obviously been outdoors, and over time it's got a bit of rust in it, but quite a bit of tarnishing and stuff like that, which was all in the description, like the whole thing. Everything about this, photos from all different angles, and it was on for 50, because there's another one on for 50 and someone offered 25. Now I took the 25 on this sign, just on the basis that there is quite a lot of the rust and the peeling and stuff like that. They know about all that.
And the solds, a lot of them were going for 25 anyway,
25,
weren't they?
Yeah.
So it's about the right price. I might just go through all of the ties because I've sold some
tying
more.
herself in knots.
Yes, another tie, and another tie. St Michael, and oh yes, St Michael, and these all went
on the floor.
This one went for £4 on Vinted. This one went for £5, and that went for £5 on Vinted. I have lots and lots of ties, so if you need one, I'm your girl.
If you want to escape from prison, she can smuggle you in a package of ties.
I've also got lots of
together
scarves, so yeah.
Yeah. So yes, is that everything?
Absolutely not.
Oh, right, okay. I'm going to sit to one side for this.
Got this for 50p from my local charity shop, and it's a Calf Kids bag, and it's so cute.
Have kids.
Calf Kids. Calf Kidson's kids brand. It's Calf Kids.
See what she did there.
Yes, so it's a little backpack, very cute. This went for $14.99 plus postage, because I thought I'd put free postage on everything, but obviously missed this. But someone bought it anyway. So yeah, it was a nice little purchase.
A purchase, indeed.
You could put it on the back of a little doggy, couldn't you? Really, so he could carry his own treats and poo bags.
See, a lot of people. I'll come back over here. There are people who go sort of exploring and stuff like that, and you can get saddlebags for dogs, and I know they're for the bigger dogs anyway. But they go over the dog's back, and then you would load up with, you know, their bowl and food and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, there is the potential that someone could put that on a Great Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? This is a vintage pair of Top Man jeans. Just about vintage. They're 1990s, and these went for £15 plus postage. And these are going off to, I think it's the Netherlands or somewhere like that. Get off my crotch.
It's not your crotch. It belongs to someone in the Netherlands.
Yeah. But I wouldn't normally pick up things like Topshop, but Topshop. I accidentally bought these, not, you know, realising they were Topshop, but then they turned out to be vintage and sought after-ish anyway, so.
See, back in the day, I got a lot of Topshop stuff, and I got, I used to like the sort of tailored kind of petite sort of coats and trousers and pinstripe blouses and everything else that rhymes. But a lot of that just went to charity shops, to be fair. So I think now, if I'd have kept it now, it would have been vintage, and I probably would have been able to get decent money for it. But
yeah.
What
is this? This is like Christmas, isn't it?
What is this?
Oh, this is a nice tailored dress from Next. So I'm selling a lot of basic brands at the moment. Nothing like designer seems to be going. But this is a tailored dress from Next. Had this for ages, over a year. Paid a pound for it.
That, yeah.
I've had it for ages, but I recently rejigged it with ChatGPT, not sponsored, and it sold. It took about a week, and then it sold. So might be a coincidence, might not. Sold for $12.99 with free postage, so not a massive amount, but.
So in a previous video, which was actually called "Something Free from eBay," or something to that effect, right? So I don't remember. We did talk about getting free Chat GPT and from eBay at the moment for select people and sellers, business sellers specifically. Yeah. So Chat GPT is quite good if you are maybe having a bit of a, you know, bit of a problem selling stuff. So it just doesn't seem to be selling, and you can rejig it with Chat GPT.
Yeah.
This is what Jen has done, and she's found that it's shifted things.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would totally ignore any price suggestion on ChatGPT because it overestimates some and it underestimates others. So always do your own research on price, I would recommend.
And obviously, to do that, if you are looking at doing that through eBay, then they have the research screen on there. There's a research tab thingy, Bob, and you can go on there and research like the 3 years worth of prices that things have gone for.
Is it Tetra Peak? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So that is something you can use for your pricing. Yeah. Just don't take what ChatGPT says with as gospel, and always read what it's written because sometimes it has errors. Yeah. Yeah.
So still do your own research, basically.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
Right. These are
corduroys.
Oh, look at the size of those. Those are big boy trousers, aren't they? Those are from
body shaming.
I'm not body shaming, but they are quite large. They're a brand called Chums, which I believe is a mail order brand, and they do larger sizes. But these are corduroys. These I got from the recent filler bag sale in the £8 bag, and these sold within 3 days for £20.
That's not bad, actually, is it?
I think it's because it's quite a bigger size and they're really good quality. So I think that helped a bit.
See, I think
And that was on Vinted as well, actually. I put them on Vinted for 20 because Vinted isn't always about the low prices. You can get good prices on Vinted still.
See, with I think with Vinted, right, you can, because I know a lot of people have moaned about this and said Vinted is for bargains. Now, you can put stuff on, I think, for around about maybe what it's worth on there. And it will still sell. And I sold, I think it was a collectible Ren and Stimpy Ren toy, like plush thing. And that went for the price it was worth on Vinted. But I think if you want quick sales on Vinted, you price stuff down.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a choice between, do you want to price it for what it should be and it sits for a while, or do you want to, put it on for a low price, which I've done with some of my stuff, and to have it just fly out the door so you can make that space.
However, on Vinted, if you put things for low because you want a quick sale, sometimes people don't trust it and don't buy it.
Yeah.
Or I had a Nerf gun that was new and it was like a Fortnite one. So I thought I want to get rid of that. I'll put it on for £2. And I kept getting offers for £1, £1.20. And I thought, oh, for God's sake, it's £2. So in the end, I increased the price to £4 and then it sold for £3 on offer. Which is absolutely insane, isn't it?
And I would suggest that if you are wanting to get rid of stuff at a lower price, is price it up very slightly so that any offers you have come in for that particular thing, will be the price you actually want.
Yeah.
So then, if you put it on for a £5 and you actually think, well, I want £4 for this, and when someone offers £4, there you've got the price you want,
and they think they've got a deal.
Yeah. So just bear in mind though that with Vinted, unlike eBay, where there is a commitment to buy, isn't there? If you accept an offer, a lot of people now, they put in their details and it'll automatically take payment. But on Vinted, there's no actual commitment to buy anything, and that offer can then just sit there, and they don't pay. So just bear that in mind as well. You probably won't get a payment from some people.
Actually, I've noticed this more and more on Vinted, people making offers and then not paying. Yeah. But there's a group on Facebook called Idiots of Vinted, and there's a big debate on there the other day because some lady was saying that she made an offer on an item, person accepted it, and then she didn't want it anymore, so she just ignored the buyer, and then the buyer sent her a kind of a shirty message back. And the debate was, if you send an offer on Vinted, should you then go ahead and buy it? And I think yes. If you're making an offer, you should only make an offer if you want to buy something. Alexis has a different viewpoint. Have you made offers and then not, or at least tell the seller, sorry, I've got it cheaper somewhere else. A bit of common courtesy. Or just do what Alexis does. Go around sending offers on everything, get everyone's hopes up, and then just,
To be honest with you, I've experienced people sending me offers and they're not paying more. But I have had the occasional time when I've sent an offer on something, and then what has happened is I've either sent the offer and then gone, actually, I'm an idiot, that's the wrong thing, or something like that. Or I have waited a bit, thinking about it, and then paid a week or so later. So there has been those scenarios. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it is one of these things as well, where like you can favourite stuff, and sellers will be sending you offers left, right, and centre too. And sometimes that can it does your head in when you favourite stuff, and you. I tell you what, my like worst bugbear on Vinted is when you favourite stuff, and you get sellers who message you saying, I'm posting today, I can send this out if you are interested, or like, are you interested in this? I've got bundles, go and have a look, and stuff like that. And it's just like,
it gets more and more, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't mind taking a few pounds off. I'll give you a hand job. No, just me.
Well, you offer a hand job.
I do. That's why my sales on Vinted are through the roof.
Yes. So it's that kind of thing where, because although they're just they feel they're just sending you a friendly message, a bit of a prompt, actually sometimes it does feel a little bit pushy.
I don't do that. If someone's going to buy it, they're going to buy it.
I leave people well alone, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
If whether I've bought from them or whether I've sold to them, I leave them well alone. Now, even if I can see that it's been delivered to a locker or a post office or whatever, and they haven't as yet collected, and the time is running right down, and they still haven't picked it up, I leave them alone, because I think, you know what? Some people forget, some people go to hospital, some people are working too much. Some people have got kids to look after. Some people have got like lots of stressful things going on. I'm not going to push them about a parcel, right? I'm not going to do that.
And Vinted will message them anyway, so there's absolutely no point.
And if it comes back to me, it comes back to me. But more often than not, and I have sold, bits and pieces, on there. What people will do is pick it up at the last minute. I've done this. A lot of other people do this. They'll pick it up at the very last minute because they'll have forgotten, but they'll get that reminder and go, oh, yeah. I've only got a little while. I'll have to go, and get it now. Yeah. And that's what they do. Yeah. So just, what's the need to keep messaging?
But in the comments below, write what you think. Is it okay to make an offer on Vinted and then ghost the seller? I think that's not okay.
And I've done okay. Well, I don't think it's okay. I just think that
it's okay. You're allowed to have an opinion.
But I have done it, but not because I want to time waste. I mean, to be fair, if I wanted to time waste, I would be one of these people who would just keep buying stuff and either never send, because you see that like dead accounts on there who never send stuff out, or I would never pick up stuff, and then I would just get my refunds over and over. It was a cheap thrill to waste people's time. But
you want to get a hobby, don't you, really?
Well, yeah, if you're going to do that, if you're going to just do that, then... But there are time wasters out there who love that stuff. It really turns them on, doesn't it? But
I have got one last item that I sold. And this is a game called Ming. Is that pronounced right? Mahing.
I don't know.
And it's a vintage card game from the 80s, a classic card game based on Mahjong. And I bought that for 50p from my favourite charity shop, where I seem to be getting everything from in this video. And that went for $12.99 with free postage. So nothing amazing today, all mostly bread and buttery stuff. But people are getting really stingy on eBay with their offers, I've noticed. So people just don't want to pay the prices. I'm getting offers of £6 when something's on for $16.99 with free post. It's like, if I accept your offer for £6, I'm making very little.
Yeah, and I've because I'm selling an amp that I've had for God knows how long, and I bought it from new. Now I've got that on for, because I think a lot of people have theirs listed brand new in the box for 180. Now I realise that the actual out of packaging of the amp itself has a couple of like rips in it. Now I paid, I think it was $145 for it, because it's decent. It's an orange, I believe, so it's a decent amp.
It's an orange.
It's an orange. It's a giant orange. No, it's a decent amp, right? So I put it on for $150. Now that obviously gives me an extra $5 on top of what I paid, but I'm quite happy just to have a little bit back, that covers what I paid for it. However, I've had offers all over the place. So I've had the very first offer I had on it was a brand new account that offered me 40 quid. No, I don't think so. Don't be an idiot. Then I had somebody who offered me 90. But the only thing is, like, I then send an offer back, chipping off a little bit from what I actually paid for it, and they just decline it. So do you realise? Yeah, okay, the box might be slightly ripped. 2 corners are ripped, but couple of centimetre rip on each corner. That's all that's wrong with it. But the amp inside is brand new. Bear that in mind before you start sending stupid offers.
I want to get a lasso. That's what I can make out of the tyres I've got left. Get a lasso and then just pull you back in when you wander off.
See, when I talk, well, actually, I'm not wandering off. Yeah, I do. I step from foot to foot, because when I get excitable when I'm talking, I step from foot to foot. That's all I do.
And I just stand still like a brick. Basically,
something that sounds like
can't think of anything clever. Yeah.
Hick.
That's even worse than prick.
Stick.
Anyway.
Nick.
Quick. Anyway, I have epically failed, and I will admit that. A few videos ago, I said about doing a charity shop challenge, or a challenge where I buy things and sell them, make a profit, and then donate it. I've had my little Calf Kidston purse now for ever, and I've had no offers. No one's messaged about it. Nobody wants the bloody thing. So what I've decided, if you want the bloody thing, let me know. So what I've decided to do is scrap that item, we're going to do the post in a little while. I'm going to find something else from the charity shop and then try again. If that doesn't work, I'm going to put my hand in my pocket and make a donation myself, because I just can't be bothered, and I want them to.
That's the spirit.
That's the Christmas spirit. But yeah, I want to make some money for charity, so you know.
Yeah, so I think it was it on Vinted for about £6, and it's just sat, and we've sent out offers for like £3 all over the shop, but I don't know whether I don't know whether it's got too much wear and tear for people. Probably for people who want to get it as a present. Let's face it, because the corners of it are really kind of like scuffed up and stuff. But I don't know whether it's just that Cath Kidston people are getting bored of like buying up the scraps of Cath Kidston.
Maybe.
And they want the more expensive items. I don't know.
Who knows? But anyway, that was us. We that's it. Yeah. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Feel free to go back and watch our back catalogue, because we are idiots and mess about. Basically,
that fills you full of confidence, doesn't it? It's like, oh, I watch these people on YouTube, right? They admit they're idiots.
Well, I don't think anyone watches us for our insights and our information. I think people watch us for a laugh.
I think, to be honest, though, we do show some stuff and talk through it, and people might be able to see what is worthwhile picking up.
There's something in the comments below. Write a line about why you watch our videos, and we'll see what everyone says. And be honest, you're not going to hurt our feelings, you know.
Well, if you know, if it's anything horrible, that'll just get put in their bloody not confidential.
Confidential waste. It'll just get blocked, won't it?
The block thing anyway.
YouTube.
Yeah. So
YouTube does that for random things, though. There was a comment the other day slagging off Amazon, and that went in the bin. I know. Not a conspiracy.
Could that be that YouTube and Amazon are in each other's pockets? Who knows?
Who knows?
It's a possibility.
But
isn't
anyway,
it?
that's enough ranting from us. We'll see you in the next one. We'll do a live.
Yeah. Our ranting video didn't do very well, did it?
I don't know. People watched it longer than any of our other videos.
They were probably waiting for the point where we both had a massive heart attack at the end, you know.
Yeah.
Like ranting and raving about it, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So we're going to be doing a live on Friday, and that will be
a lunchtime.
It's about 12:30. Yeah. So we'll do half an hour again, though, like we did. I think last time we did a live, and we'll just sit have a bit of a chat.
Yeah. Tell you what we're up to.
Yeah.
Yep. So see you in the next one.
All right. Bye.